Alright, so welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. Yes, I have questions to answer. I know you're all asking me why. We need more stuff, but I need to educate some of my friends about a few things. So, this is a paver. What is the importance of a paver? Because I have people asking me, like, people are doing things, but they don't actually know why they are doing them. So ideally, a paver beautifies your compound, it beautifies your entire setting, but then it also protects your land. Let me give you an example. Do you remember when we were growing up? That's if you do. There were areas which were hilly, right? There were hills, but they are no longer hills. Or at least if they're hills, they're not as steep as they used to be when we were younger. Do you know why? Because constantly, every time the weather, if it rains, the weather erodes the soil. Now, if you've built a house and your house is next to bare land, what do I mean by bare land? Just any open space, soil and everything. It will keep raining. It will rain. And that water is going to constantly wash the front of your house and around it. Every time that water flows around your house, do you know what happens? There are two things that can happen. If you're on a hill or any kind of hill, your foundation of the house is going to be exposed more and more. Believe me, it's going to be exposed. And then, what happens when your foundation is exposed? Your house weakens. Do you understand what I'm saying? 2, do you know why we throw soil back to your foundation after building it? Again, it's not a mystery. These are things we do to strengthen the core of your house, at least further. Because you understand that if the foundation of the house is exposed, the house is weakened or easily weakened. Now, if you are on a lower land, if it's not a hilly part of the land, what's going to happen if water keeps washing towards your house? Water itself is affecting your house, number 1. Number 2, that water itself is weakening your house. Wherever that water touches, weakens. Believe me. There is a reason why we've developed so many things. For example, we have wall slats. These things are not just to beautify your house. They have so much purpose. You understand? We have so many things that we've introduced. They are not just for beauty. Beauty is important, but then we are protecting the house. Give an example. This is a very, very old house. If your house was set up like this, a bungalow, and you had no pavers down, you have no wall cladding anywhere, if it rains, the water is going to come and constantly attack your house directly. Every time, what happens? The house gets weaker and weaker. I'm going to make a live about this. And then eventually, you're going to start seeing cracks in your house. Your walls are going to weaken. A lot of things are going to happen to your house. So basically, when you put pavers on the ground of your house, when it rains, pavers absorb some of that water. And if they don't absorb the rest, they actually redirect it elsewhere. You will never find someone who has pavers in their compound having a water problem on their house, unless the water is coming from the roof, because we have multiple problems when it comes to water. So the roof is also another issue, but for now we are focusing on your compound. If you find someone who has put cladding on their foundation and has pavers at the same time, that person is not going to have water problems, external water problems, external weather problems. Strong winds can affect your house. Did you know? No matter how strong. Y'all are deciding to cut trees these days. Hey, a lot of things can affect your house, but Pavers, for today I want to focus on pavers and that wall cladding you see there. The wall cladding and pavers, they're both sold in square meters. These things are made from pure concrete, literally pure concrete, you know. So what do I mean by pure concrete? You basically get concrete, stone dust and cement, you know, the soft stones. You mix up and you make something so strong like this. It is so strong, so strong and so heavy. And I'm not lazy, but carrying just one of these takes out a lot of energy from you, you know. All I'm saying is, with the right quality of pavers, you are actually going to have, or to be in position to have, a house that is going to go so long without you having to constantly repaint, without you having to constantly remodel, you know. So basically, now let me get into the video itself. Pavers is our concept, because we do things that we don't understand sometimes, but there are so many reasons, logical, scientific reasons behind these things. There are two types of pavers. There is colored pavers, and then there is regular pavers. These ones that you're seeing. Okay, for example, this is a regular paver, and then this is a colored paver. What's the difference? There is not much of a difference. The difference is the colored paver gets a little bit of more material added to it, and more, I don't know how to put it, I wouldn't call it more strength, because if it's a 60 millimeter and an 80 millimeter, they'll all do the same job. But you can also see, for beauty purposes, I guess, do you see the difference between this and the difference between this? I think it's just for beauty purposes, okay? So any paver you find that is colored like this, at least where I am right now, this is the cheap. This ideally I always bring you the cheapest prices. A square meter of these is now at 35,000 Ugandan shillings. And if you're taking very many square meters, they can even reduce for you further. You understand? They can reduce for you a bit more. So the discount is 1,000 Ugandan shillings. If you think 1,000 is little money, multiply. How many square meters do you need? 100. 1,000 times 100. That's money that you can use in transportation. It's a discount. A discount is a discount, okay? Because with the type of material and quality that these people are using, I believe this is a very good price, you know. For colored pavers, whether it's 60 millimeters or 80 millimeters, but I think the colored ones are mostly in 80 millimeters. Yeah, it is 35,000 Ugandan shillings now. Then the regular pavers, 60 millimeters is there is 60 millimeters and 80 millimeters. What's the difference? The difference is 60 millimeters is what you use at home. For example, if you have a car and you want to park it somewhere like that, you need just 60 millimeters. You have just tenants, what? You don't have any sino trucks walking through or what? 60 millimeters is okay. 80 millimeters is what we put in public spaces. So 60 millimeters in regular pavers. Regular pavers, we mean these ones like this. The 60 millimeters one has been reduced from 26,000 to 25,000 Ugandan shillings. And then the 80 millimeters has been reduced from 30,000 to 29,000 Ugandan shillings. All these are major discounts. I have so much to teach you, and I want you to teach me as well. But I need you to understand why some of these things are made. These pavers have multiple designs, very many designs, so many. You know, for example, look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Like there's so many designs. All these are molds. All these are molds. And then the stone wall cladding for protection of your foundation. Simububi, but this is actually cheaper than stones, wall slats, and yet they all do the same job. Anyway, I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching DC or DOREEN'S African Experiences. But yeah, I hope you learned something, because every day we learn. I learn with you, you learn with me.